I spent a lot of time waiting to start things, and looking back, there's a few things I really wish I understood earlier. And that's what this video is about. Not the big life-changing revelations that hit you like a ton of bricks. Just the small things. And these are the things that actually changed the way I think. So this is video 4 of The Long Way Around. Thanks for coming along on the journey with me. One of these videos, I'm actually going to tell you a little bit about my life. And I've got a whole pile of different ideas, um, like 50 lessons that I learned before I turned 50. However, this is basically just 5 things to start off with. Maybe I'll do 5 and 5 and 5, and maybe I'll do a long video once I've gotten some more momentum, I guess you could say. So anyway, the first thing I wanted to explain or talk about really is that starting messy beats waiting forever. And we can tie this back to the second video I did about why we wait too long to do things, and it's fear. Everything in my life has come back to fear of feeling foolish, fear of how I might look on the camera, my eyebrows going all crazy and my eyes looking all over the place and this, that, and the other thing. And you know what? Sometimes you just have to go for it. Doesn't matter if you're ready. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. And my grandfather always had a lot of different sayings. And turns out he wasn't all that original, but he picked up a lot of different things from all of his readings. And he was famous for saying, uh, perfect is the enemy of the good. So just get it done. And if you're fixing something with duct tape and chicken wire and it doesn't look perfect, at least it's going, at least it's running. So messy beats waiting forever. And that's one of the things that I've learned in my almost 50 years of life here. And I'm not a guru. I don't have anything to sell you. I'm just here to tell you about some things that I learned, and hopefully you find it interesting. And another thing I learned, other than starting messy, most fear disappears after action, not before, after. So, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks before I started recording these videos? Because how am I going to look? How are people going to think about me? Um, so starting YouTube on the camera, I could have done the faceless video. A lot of people do that. They do animations or they do voiceovers and that kind of thing. But the videos that I like the best, it's just some person sitting in front of a camera like I'm doing here, talking about things that they've learned. So here we are. Uh, am I still a little bit nervous? Yeah, you can hear it in my voice because this is only video 4. I'm not an actor. I don't spend my time on camera. I'm a mailman, and I'm usually by myself. So there we go. Actually, one of these days, I'm going to maybe take you out there in the field while I'm delivering the mail, hold the camera up like this, and do a walk and talk video. That might be interesting if I can manage it, because I usually need all my hands for mail and flyers and parcels and scanners and this kind of thing. But we'll see what we can do. So fear, it doesn't go away, but it does lessen after the action. And so 3 weeks, we'll say it's 3 weeks, because I wasn't keeping track, but I was afraid to do the video, and then I just said let's go for it, which takes us back to the first lesson: starting messy beats waiting forever, because I could have researched and delayed it and never did it. So the fear disappears. Yeah, I'm less afraid. I'm doing the video here for you guys and girls out there in YouTube land, uh, and actually I find myself looking forward to the next video, and I know I'm going to get more comfortable as I go along. Uh, that's just the way it is. Number 3, small habits change how you feel way more than the big goals. And this goes back to the last video I did about gratitude. So it was just over 2 weeks ago where, just before falling asleep, I would think of 3 things that I'm grateful for. And how did that small habit change? change me for the better? Well, as I'm going through my day now, I actively look for things to be grateful for, whether it's a conversation, whether it's the sun peeking out from behind the clouds, whether it's the melting of the snow, doesn't matter what it is. I'm way more observant than I used to be. And I thought I was observant before. But now that I'm actively looking for things to be grateful for, it's enhanced. It's pretty good. I don't know if you've tried it. I don't know if you saw video number 3, but there it is. Lesson number 4 that I've learned: you don't need confidence to begin. All you need is a decision. And that goes back to the other couple points as well, because confidence is the result of the doing the thing. It's not the requirement to do the thing. You just go ahead and you do the thing. And am I super confident in these videos? Heck no. That doesn't matter. I'm doing it. I'll get confident as it goes along. There you go. And well, this ties into that last one. Lesson number 5: nobody is thinking about you as much as you think they are. So you might see me here and I'm feeling a little bit red in the face, and I don't know what I'm going to say next, because I don't write a script. I just below the camera here are the 5 lessons written on a piece of paper so that I can remember them, because I feel like I'm in the spotlight. I can't remember everything. But nobody's thinking about whether I'm confident or not. They're thinking about their own self. So what I've learned from that is, if you try to think about someone else's embarrassing moment, it's really difficult to do. You can't really do it. Sure, you may have seen them trip or whatever, and they're all red in the face and they're panicking. And all you've done is gone over to help them, or saw it and moved on with your day. Nobody's thinking about you as much as you are thinking about yourself. Goes back to something my brother once told me. He's like, I always feel like people are judging my wiper blade speed in my car. Is that true? Is that relatable? I don't know. But that's one of the things that he's concerned about when it's raining. Are my wipers going too fast for the situation? But the people who are driving by, are they thinking about his wiper blades, or are they thinking about their own? They might be thinking, wow, that guy's got some nice speed on his wiper blades. I should turn mine up or turn them down, depending on the case. Who knows? But that's just a thing. So, recap the 5 rules that I've learned. Lessons, rules, whatever you want to call them. Starting messy beats waiting forever. Number 2, most fear disappears after you take the action. Number 3, small habits change how you feel way more than big goals. Number 4, you don't need confidence to begin, just the decision to begin. And number 5, nobody is thinking about you as much as you think they are. So what can I tell you about all of this? These things here. I spent a lot of time waiting to start things. And looking back on everything in my life that I've tried to start or delayed starting, these are a few of the things that I really wish I had understood earlier. They're not big life-changing revelations, just small things that actually changed how I think. And I'm still figuring it out. Life is a journey. Well, I guess it's eventually a destination, but more often, more. No, that's not even the right word. Basically, getting there is what's important. How you get there, that's up to you. If these 5 rules or lessons or whatever can help you out, that's great. But if you've learned something the hard way, much like I have, I'd be curious to hear what it is. Leave a comment, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you want me to elaborate on any of these lessons, or if you want to hear all 50 lessons I learned before I turned 50, well, stick around. There's lots more to come here on The Long Way Around.